By the way, this is the broom. It just flew in front of me for no fucking reason.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, right?
Weird. Oh, God. It's going to do the thing, isn't it? Oh, God. Everything's kind of... It's doing the delay thing again.
Oh.
All right.
So...
Oh, yeah. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
We're old men.
So, I'm going to pull back the veil here. I'm going to come in hot with this episode. So...
Hot? Yeah, to make it so sweaty.
Hey, it's funny you say that.
Oh, no. Now I don't want to know.
What episode is this? 21?
This is... Yes, it's 21. We have reached over 20 episodes of Viscera, which makes this our second longest series.
What's the longest? Borderlands?
I believe so.
Yeah, okay.
With like 26 or so?
No, it's like 28.
This will go further.
Well, all right. So
guaranteed.
did you
What
really
the
just...
fuck?
Did you just...
I didn't.
You knocked that over.
I didn't.
You...
I do not litter, sir.
Also,
Thank
if you just... When you're holding something, just click once. Left click once.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Oh, it looked like you were, like, spinning it manually. Yeah, there might be some weird lag
to
stuff.
get it back upright. It might be lag stuff.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, like, I might have been still holding onto a cup that was inside of it.
Oh, that would make sense. Okay.
And then it flipped it over.
Where is the...
Right, so I'm just gonna... Wait, hold on. Maybe let's not destroy the seeds yet, because I don't know if we need to... What we need to do with them.
Oh. I was looking for this thing, and I walked past it.
All right.
Oh,
Anyways,
yeah, so...
Continue your story.
So, between episodes 20 and 21, this current episode, and the last episode, it's been 8 hours, roughly.
Yeah.
In that time, I played a concert at a festival, small festival.
Yeah.
It was 30 bands.
Das ist good.
It was, well, it was okay. It was 30 bands. Each band got 20 minutes to 25 minutes for a set.
20 minutes, that's so weird to me.
Well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So, we were playing, I don't know, around roughly almost 6 o'clock, right?
Uh-huh.
So we get there at the prescribed time. We're supposed to be there, 50 minutes beforehand. So we get there at 5 o'clock. And, everything is going great. The head of the thing is, having a good time. All the bands are good, yada, yada, yada. Fantastic. And I've known this guy for years. So he was kind of already like, hey, what's up? Good to see you, man. Yada, yada, yada. So that was cool. And so...
I'm ready for the butt.
Well, so we get on stage. There are 2 stages. Now, this is in a tiny little bar, Not very big.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering if it's outside.
No. It was inside.
Okay.
We get on stage, and there are 2 stages. And now let me also, the 2 stages are about 20 feet.
How does that work inside?
What's that?
How does that work inside?
Basically, like one band plays, the other band sets up on the other stage, and then it's flip flop back and forth.
Oh. Okay.
While one band is playing on one stage, the other band is setting up in the other stage. They play, then another band goes up on the other stage. And it just, cycles back and forth.
Okay. Oh, gotcha. So I see. They did that at MagFest too.
Yeah.
It's not 2 bands. It's not 2 stages playing at the same time. It's 2 stages that alternate setup so that there's always music.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So we get our shit set up, and we're looking around for us. At first, we think, okay, maybe the sound guy it's just one sound guy running both sides, which would suck. No, right, it was 2 different sound guys. One guy running one side.
What the fuck?
I just got body parts.
Oh. No, I splashed a mop against something and the fucking plant came out of the ground.
Oh, weird.
So the Venus flytraps.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Where?
This thing.
No, I'm saying where did that happen?
Oh, right here. Right next to the pole. There's another one that came out.
Oh, weird.
Maybe this is what we have to replant?
Oh, yeah, here are 2 more.
Yeah, I'm guessing? Because,
Oh, no, those are weeds. We're supposed to take those
we have
out.
to remove them.
Yeah, it says on the front,
cool.
weeds detected.
Oh, then I see. I get it. Okay.
Yeah, that's what we put the...
continue.
So we're pretty much set up, and it's like, a minute before we're about to start. And I'm looking around, and I'm like, okay, I know there's another sound guy. Where is he? Because I haven't seen this dude. And all of a sudden, some guy with a beer walks up. He's like, "Hey, so how many songs are you playing?" I'm like, "However many songs fit in a 20-minute set." He goes, "Are they fast? Are they slow?" I'm like, "They're a mixture of both, you know, because we have fast songs and we have slow songs." Mm-hmm. He's like, all right, word, man. How many vocal mics do you need?" And I go, "Just one, but we also need a plug-in for the DI box for the guitar, acoustic guitar." And he stops. He goes, "DI box?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Oh my god.
I'm like, you know what that is, right?
No.
He goes,
I don't like where this is going.
Well, I don't say that, but I think to myself, I'm like, please God, no. Don't tell me this fucking guy doesn't know what a DI box is. Oh my God, it's growing. Oh, okay, so you only need to put one seed in, by the way.
Per, like, tank?
Yeah, you have to let it just sit there for a minute, and then it'll say status
we don't
full.
even need to, like, water or anything?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
So this dude fucking, he's like, "Oh, all right." So he goes and looks at the DI box. And I go, "It also needs phantom power." He goes, like just like that. And I'm like, oh, fuck, it's gonna be one of these. All right. So
he needs you should have fucked with him at that point and be like, "It needs a ghost to run it." And he'd be like, "Oh, what?"
well, and so I'm like,
But
all right.
no, because
I'm like, all right, here's the deal. So he like talks to the guy who's running it, and he like shows him on the mixer how to, you know, do that. And it's like, all right, great. So the
why do you
guy,
have someone so green running it?
what? Oh, I don't know.
Somebody so green running it.
Probably a friend of the promoter or the guy who's running the thing.
Right? It's like, "Hey, you want to run the other board?" "Yeah, I've always wanted to."
The dude,
Nope.
the guy who you know put the whole thing together is a really nice guy. So you know, he gives people chances. You know, it was also a pretty small thing overall. So it's like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, but still.
You can learn. And so we oh my God, body parts again. The guy,
plant monster parts.
the guy in charge is like, all right, you know, here's, you know, the one band finishes, and then he immediately is like, oh my God, this lag is killing me, by the way. I can't pick this up. Oh. So
I believe in you.
I can't get this in.
I'll get it.
There we go. It's in. So he's like, all right, you know, everyone, the next band up is blah blah blah. You know, I've known the bass player for years. He's a great guy. I've seen them live. They make great music. Give him a listen. Yada yada yada. Sound guy's still nowhere to be seen at this point. Well, he's disappeared rather. And it's like, where the fuck is he? We didn't do a sound check. We didn't do anything. The amp that I'm using is some weird thing that I don't even know if I actually have sound coming out of it. Thankfully, I did. And so we you know, the singer is like, all right, everyone, yada yada yada. He starts saying stuff, but his mic isn't on.
No.
So we go, where's the sound guy? And he comes running in, and then so he unmutes stuff, and so then he starts, you know, it's like, all right, you know, we're blah blah blah, you know, our first song is Kings. Here we go, and we start playing, and as soon as he starts playing guitar, feedback, just you know.
And that's why I sound check.
Yep. And so, sound guy starts messing with stuff, and it's just like, oh, geez, all right, we'll just keep on playing.
Did
you
you ever
know.
actually manage to fix it? Because
Well, he didn't, but it did get fixed.
somehow somebody else stepped over and was like, "Dude, what the fuck?"
Well, the people who were ahead of us for the show on that stage, they had put all their mics really far forward on the stage, and so they were just getting all the mains feedback.
Gotcha.
Which, that was fun. And so we're playing, and every single time either the mic or the guitar was doing anything. It was just a little bit of
Right.
every type of feedback. You got the whistle,
I love
you got
the
the sing.
sibilance
Oh, it's so good. It was so, well, not good, but
every single fucking time.
and so
Wow.
we keep on, you know, trucking, just keep on playing, because there's no point in stopping. We only have 20 minutes.
Right.
And so we're, you know,
Oh my god.
what, did I bump everything?
You
What the fuck? It was in on my screen.
you
What did I do? What happened?
put it into the opening and then it fell back out.
God damn, I hate this game today.
Hold on. Oh my god, we need to make buckets because there's so much shit on the ground. We're tracking so much shit.
That's just how it is.
Well,
we'll
hold
come
on,
back
but,
and we'll
like,
clean it.
We don't. No, we don't have to track it.
Yes, we
There's
do.
so little mess in this air. In this
I'm
place already.
angry.
No, stop.
So
Like, you're just walking through shit.
I'm cleaning. And so, what the fuck was I
You
talking
have to
about?
clean.
Oh yeah, feedback.
Yeah.
So we're like, we keep on just going. We get to the third song, and finally they like straight up move the mains out a little bit. Like they move the speakers out, like pick them up.
Oh, that's nice.
They pick them up and like shift them like a foot forward and turn them out. And then the singer takes a step back. And it's like, oh my God, Jesus. So finally the feedback stops. But then, right, like halfway through the third song, the fucking sound guy, like I look over at one point and I see him twisting knobs. And I'm like, why are you twisting knobs? It sounds fine, at least now. But no, all of a sudden, the vocal is awash with reverb. Just like...
He's playing with effects.
Yes. Just like, not even like
Baby's first live show.
Not even like a... Hey, you know, not even like that. It was like turned the dry all the way to the wet.
Yep.
That's what it sounded like.
So your singer is now in another dimension.
Yes. And it was really great. Because at that point, the singer's pretty usually easygoing, but even then, he was like after that
Now
song,
he's pissed off.
yeah, he goes, all right, we gotta figure this out. Either give me reverb or none, like straight up. And I'm like, oh man, this is going shit. So,
Oh boy, that's great for all the audience members too.
so we,
It's super shitty because like some of the audience members will know, and some of them will be like, "Oh, he's acting like a dick." It's like, no, this is just a shitty sound guy.
yeah, it's you gotta communicate and be
Oh
present.
my god,
What's that?
it gave me more than one body part.
Yeah, it happened to me twice already.
What the fuck?
I got like 4 limbs and
Is
3
that-
intestines.
Is that why this one is harder?
Maybe.
We just get massive amounts of body parts now.
Very, very likely. So, where was I? We get that figured out. He basically turns off the reverb, which is much preferred since now we have less shit happening through the mains. So we at least,
Yeah, of course.
less feedback options or potential. And so we keep on playing, and we're kind of looking around. We play our last song, and we're like, so do we have time to play one more? We don't. We had already gone on a little bit late, so we didn't really.
You don't know your time.
Yeah.
Nobody's giving you the 5 signal or anything.
So we're kind of like, do we call out to the audience? We're like, do we have time for one more? Because the main guy wasn't around. Because it turns out there was something else happening that he had to deal with, aka 2 bands not showing up when they're supposed to. Which he was pissed after the fact when I saw him, but he was pissed at them, not at us. He apologized multiple times after that. Where he even like in the middle of our second to last song, he comes up to me. He's like,
That was you.
"What?"
I really legitimately got scared because the machine whirring noise made a like little
Oh,
noise, and I'm like, "Is that a monster?
Is it a
Just showed
spook?
up for?" Legitimately, is like, "Is it happening? Did it turn horror?"
oh,
All right,
that's
sorry,
weird.
continue.
He came up like he
I don't
came
think
up
they fit.
like halfway through the our second to last song and was like, "Listen, I'm really sorry, guys." I'm like, "Dude, no worries, shit happens." And so we're kind of like, "All right, I guess we'll play one more." And so we play one of the covers that we usually play, which is what I got.
What I got.
And so we play that, and we're like, all right, we're blah 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 blah. All right, thanks everyone, bye. Now this place, I should mention, this entire time, we're like just completely covered in sweat. It's it's like hot, humid, gross.
What was the turnout? Was it like a lot of people there?
It was a medium number of people. The place
Oh,
probably
that's still enough to get the place sweaty.
Yeah, the place probably held, I don't know, could probably hold 100 people. And it was
Not bad
maybe,
for an indoor show.
yeah, 3/4 filled. So It's pretty good.
Why did I get this?
Um.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
My bad. I brought it for small stuff.
Like literally, we were covered in sweat the entire time. Like, I had to take off my glasses. I was so sweaty. And so and then he apologized one more time. He's like, hey, "Listen, man, I'm really sorry." I'm like, "Look, dude, don't worry. I know you're probably unhappy. You're unhappy with that it went bad. That it, there were so many technical issues, but we all know that can happen. So don't even worry about it." And so then
We all know that can happen. Yeah. So fire your asshole who doesn't know what he's doing.
well,
I mean, I wouldn't never say that, but
it was complete chaos.
it's just like,
that festival is always complete chaos, and that's just how it is.
but there are festivals that aren't complete chaos.
It's not a professional thing. I should mention. It's like
Right. But I mean, like,
is
I
what it
was,
is.
so, I was, was it?
Use your
when
words.
the fuck did it happen? I don't remember when it happened. We have a thing around here. It's a folk festival type thing where there are, I want to say 6 stages.
Okay.
Maybe 6 to 12. I can't remember how many there actually were, but everybody there's a volunteer.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it runs smooth as shit. I was in charge of one of the stages. Like, as long as the people who are in charge have some modicum of, a little bit of professionalism, it runs smoothly regardless of whether it's professional or not.
Yeah. He is very professional, but I think there was just a bit of a time crunch for
the dude in charge. Yes, the dude they gave you to run your thing. No.
I mean, again, it's kind of one of those things where it's a small town gig, and it's like we've played at places that have worse sound, and it's kind of like it's just the place isn't set up for sound. It's a bar. It's a bar first with sound, with music. Not a music venue with a bar.
Though we have cover bands on weekends type bar.
Yes. So
Did you knock it over?
no, I didn't.
Knock it over?
No,
You
don't
piece of shit.
look at my
It's okay.
footage.
There wasn't anything in here.
Don't look at my footage though. Oh, some of these we do actually have to throw too.
Just watch you walk over and turn it.
Pick it up and turn it over.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't particularly want to stick around, so I didn't. But I said bye to everyone who mattered, and took off.
Wait. Oh my god, I just realized there's a second floor.
Yeah, there's always been a second floor.
I just realized that we have a floor above
Did
us.
you not
My
notice
bad.
the lift that was there?
I noticed the lift, but I thought it
did
was for
also-
ceiling stuff.
You also mentioned it.
Did
Wait,
I?
is there a scissor? Oh, you're talking about this lift. No,
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about this lift.
It didn't even register that was an elevator.
Because you said it when I was on it last time.
I'm an idiot.
And I was like, oh, okay. He noticed.
Well, I might have actually looked at this lift and said lift while you were on that lift last time.
That's what I'm guessing you
It
did.
might have been the exact same thing that just happened.
Very, very likely.
Because, we're nothing if consistent.
But yeah, that was the festival I played at in the last 8 hours.
Well, hey,
It was
you played a festival.
yeah. We were supposed to play one later in September, but apparently not. Because fuck us.
No.
Because even though we were told that yes, we are playing it, when the official page went out with the bands being mentioned, we were not on it.
That I would follow up because maybe they just literally forgot and like, oh shit, you're right, you're on the schedule.
No, we
Okay.
whenever we did follow up when they went, yeah, no, we decided to go with this band instead.
Oh,
And it's
okay.
like, well, all
So
right.
Thanks for not telling us. What the fuck?
I already took the day off too. I used vacation time, so I get paid for it, but it's
Yeah,
still,
but still.
yeah, it's still shitty where it's like, great. And we were gonna
Well, you could have used the vacation time something else.
well, either way. Oh, no, I used comp time for it, so that disappears after a while. So I still get the day off no matter what. It's, whatever. But that's life as a musician, So that was my day.
Okay, my day.
You rendered
got
a
a
bunch
bunch
of
of
shit, and then you
I rendered a bunch of shit and I watched YouTube and then I got a bunch of swag from GameStop.
nice. Don't ever say swag, but
Yeah. Swag,
you're
man.
too white for that.
No, it's stuff.
There you go,
Get
stuff.
swag. Yeah. Turns out if you say you're helping out Extra Life, they just start handing you things.
Oh, wow. I wish GameStop would actually be good otherwise.
Well, no, they are good.
No, they're garbage.
At least for charity stuff.
Well, all right, that's charity stuff, but as like a company, they're, to their employees.
Well, yeah. I mean,
And their consumers.
to be fair, they're a company in a dying business for them.
Yes.
Like, they have no business model to compete with online.
Brick and mortar stores are absolutely on the outset.
I would say for certain things. Like, Joann's Fabrics will never go out of business. That sort of thing, you know?
Until you get
Because-
Amazon Fabrics.
Well, no. Even with Amazon Fabrics, there's a certain thing. Certain businesses need the tactile approach. Video games, unfortunately, are not one of them,
True.
you know?
True.
Like, for a fabric, I 100% get you need to go to the fabric store to pick out the fabric, you know?
Yeah.
'Cause you gotta feel it, you gotta look at it, you gotta know what it looks like exactly.
You gotta need it.
Yeah.
With a K.
So, I was about to say. But, yeah, so certain things like that will always exist. I think any sort of store that's like hardware store or whatever, because you need to know that it's the correct part,
That's true.
you know, and a lot of people will like bring the part to the store to figure out what they need to replace rather than just learning what the part is.
That's what I do.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things like that. Like, not everybody has calipers to know what fucking size screw they need.
You also need to know
So-
thread pitch,
Exactly.
all that shit.
So it's much easier just to bring it there and be like, yeah, this looks like it, and buy another one.
Yeah, that's true.
So there's things like that that will never be replaced, but for everything that doesn't need a physical touch, fucking Amazon destroys it.
Mm-hmm. I buy a lot of stuff on Amazon.
I buy almost everything.
Anything that's not music equipment, I buy on Amazon, typically.
I've bought music equipment on Amazon.
Like, well, if I'm in a pinch, I'll buy strings, but
I buy
otherwise,
strings on Amazon all the time, but that's only because I know which strings I want.
well, I prefer to go through like Sweetwater or Musician's Friend just to give them the business, you know.
Eh.
Plus also consider this: Sweetwater, you get candy, free.
I fucking hate the candy that Sweetwater
Really?
sends.
I think it's fine.
They send out Smarties.
Oh, I never get Smarties.
I get Smarties all the time, and I fucking hate them.
I get Laffy Taffy and Tootsie Rolls typically.
I also don't like Laffy Taffy.
Well, that's fine.
I don't like the chocolate Tootsie Rolls. I like the flavored ones, but they never send the flavored ones.
Okay.
Like, I just don't... I've never enjoyed the selection that they send me, and I honestly find it more of a nuisance than anything else.
They usually give me they also give me like bunch of honey or whatever it is. The honey.
I've...
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
That sounds like it would be amazing, but I've never gotten it.
It's basically just like it's basically just honey candy. It's really it's like honey Laffy Taffy.
Actually, I should take that back. I did get, like, a caramel thing from them.
Ooh,
so that was really
nice.
But, like, you know, that's not the main draw for me. I'm like, I don't care about the candy.
Yeah, fair enough.
Honestly, I don't like Sweetwater because if you buy something from them once, if I buy strings from them, somebody will call me in 6 months being, hey, do you need any more strings?
Well, okay.
Like, yeah, I'll get them when I need them.
That's well, hey, you know what? I'm okay with dealing with that because I know the number now. I also get a
fucking hate.
I also get a you know,
They send you emails.
I don't get
They
emails.
They send you catalogs.
I don't well, if I see a catalog, I just throw it away.
That's what I do. But the point is, I don't feel like dealing with that shit, and you shouldn't pester me because I'll decide when I need to buy shit.
You can tell them to be like, listen, please don't call me. Because
I know you can.
I told that to the
And I did. I told that to my guy. But so what happens sometimes is that if a representative leaves, like if they stop working for Sweetwater, then all of their clients go to somebody else.
Yeah,
and
then
I've
you
had
just tell
people,
that guy.
Yeah, but like I have to deal with that every fucking time. Then
I only had to deal with it once.
I've had to deal with it twice. I've had 2 turnovers.
Oh, twice. Oh, okay. That's
It's
so
so annoying.
hard.
It's so annoying, and I'm like, I shouldn't need this. Listen, I hate salesmen because I'm a consumer that knows what they want.
Yeah, and here's the thing, right? My rep only ever calls me to confirm that I did indeed get that, like, the order is shipping, you know? It's the only time he ever calls me. So I don't know about your guy, because he used to do that, but I'm like, listen, man, you know, I really appreciate it. I already get the catalog. I don't need you to call me, you know, whenever there's a deal. He's like, all right, man, no worries. And
man,
he only ever called me.
Call when my reps didn't. They went beyond calling when there was a deal. They just called me every now and then if I needed anything, like out of the blue, no deal going on, no sales happening. Just
my guy's great. He only calls me when he confirms an order. That's it.
But the point is,
because
of that,
I
there's
support
no guarantee
them.
with Sweetwater.
I support them. Plus,
I 100% don't.
Plus, they actually carry the bass strings that I need and want for my bass.
Well, see, that's different. If another place doesn't have your bass strings, fine. But like,
so what about Musician's Friend?
Everything that I buy, huh?
What about Musician's Friend?
I don't mind them, but I also think that their prices are always more expensive than Amazon anyway.
Not always.
So, not always.
In fact, rarely, actually.
A majority of their stuff is more expensive.
Well, I prefer not to give. I prefer to keep, you know, the music family, if you will, within the music business. So, you know,
I'm not worried about it.
I don't want to give Amazon everything. You know what I mean? Again, if I'm in a pinch, I'll give. You know, I'll be like, all right, I need like a set of strings now, or I need a drum head now. Then I'll go in and, you know, talk to them.
That's the other thing, the 2-day shipping, because I have Prime.
Yeah. So but like usually I'll buy, like I use up all my strings, and then I'll buy them in bulk. That's what I'll do. Not bulk, but I'll buy like 4 sets, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I just buy them, you know, I don't need them to be... Well, that's broken. I don't need them to be like here now usually, but, you know.
The other thing is, Musician's Friend does not have as big of a selection at times, only because Amazon allows third-party sellers.
That's true.
So I've found things on Amazon that are really uniquely interesting. Like,
well, that's different.
I have yeah. Well, I mean, it's a thing that Musician's Friend doesn't have. So I would rather support Amazon because they keep getting things like that, versus Musician's Friend, which will just get the brand name stuff at a higher price.
I'm okay with paying a little bit more for brand name and knowing that I'm getting
No,
quality.
I mean, like, Amazon also has the brand name stuff, but it's also cheaper.
Yeah, whatever.
I
prefer Musician's Friend.
Consumer.
You're allowed to be a dickhead and not, you know, support companies
that
are, you know, that have fucking music in their goddamn name. And, you know,
I mean, Amazon has music in their music section.
No, in their name.
Titled music. Yeah.
Yeah, Musician's Friend.
Honestly, you know what? Musician's Friend, what they should do? They should just sign up and be a seller on Amazon, like a lot of businesses have done.
Could be.
And then they could get supported and get the recognition and get the exposure.
Well, either way. You're a fool for not liking Sweetwater.
I'm not. Sure.
Anyways, what the fuck were we even talking about before this?
I don't know. Swag. Yeah. I got you can get shit just by saying you're with the charity.
Oh,
I mean, legitimately, I was grabbing things for a charity, but so maybe don't lie to them.
Yeah.
That would be the asshole move. But yeah, like GameStops are most GameStops, their managers are super cool, and they'll be like, "Yeah, sure, you can take this stuff," and because we give it away when we raffle off stuff, anyway.
Okay.
And they would throw out a lot of it anyway.
They're like the college I work at.
Well, no, it's just because at a certain point, like, you got to switch over marketing. So we get like all the extra posters for stuff for games that, you know, they're not necessarily new anymore, but they're still relevant. That sort of stuff.
Gotcha.
You know the posters in the windows and all that.
Like Dishonored.
I mean, that's a little old, but yeah.
No, I'm saying, but that's like an example. Like 6 months after it came out, you would have gotten that poster.
I mean, I wouldn't even say 6 months. They change out their rotation every month.
Oh.
So, like, you can get a game that's, you know, just a month after it's released just because the store is required to change their marketing.
Oh,
It's
that
a
makes
corporate
sense.
thing.
Yeah, okay.
So, they're gonna throw it in the dumpster anyway, and the better option is give it to us and we raffle it away to people who sign up and help kids.
We do something similar at work. Catering will throw food away like nobody's business because they just can't legally hold on to it. So we'll walk in.
I've heard about that a lot.
We'll walk into like one of our bigger rooms, and there'll just be like plates and plates of like spaghetti or some kind of like Indian food or desserts. Like literally, I've walked away out of that room with like a full plate, like a full cake. Because they're just like, yeah, sorry, we can't. We have to throw it away. I'm like, well, I'll just take it then. They're like, all right, cool.
I'm fucking disgusted by the amount that catering has to throw away. To be perfectly honest, because we played a show once for the benefit of a new opening of a new library. This is when I was in college. I was in the college jazz band.
Oh, okay.
So we played for the opening of it, and there was like a buffet style catering thing.
Yep.
Bunch of old snob people who donated. I shouldn't say snob.
Well,
I'm sure they were nice people, but it's a high society stuff. These are people that donated to help make the library thing. It was being held in their honor, and I'm assuming they would donate more. But nobody, absolutely none of them, touched the buffet. And so afterwards, we all just sort of looked at it, and like the catering people were like, "Go for it."
Yeah.
We had to throw it out anyway. Like they were just like,
I got a whole thing of bagels one time, and
we had. No, it was like beef teriyaki.
No, we get that too, but like the best one I ever got was bagels, because they gave us like a shitload.
Really?
Well, they gave us a shitload of cream cheese and smoked salmon.
This one was like an extra catering thing. Like we also were getting like a sit down dinner afterwards, where you get to. What were the two options? I can't remember. It was steak or
chicken,
lobster.
Yeah, we deal with that too
like
every once in a while.
Super high quality.
Yeah,
those are the really nice ones.
Well, I like the bagels one because they gave us a shitload of them. Like we could eat bagels for like 4 days after that. We also have a fridge.
You can actually get a ton of bagels and bread from bakeries because they also have to legally get rid of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, that's
stuff after a while.
That totally makes sense. But again, it's like we also get cupcakes every once in a while. We're also right next to the drinks cooler for like all the beer and alcohol and whatnot. But they also keep soda in there. So going back to that conversation we had last time, every once in a while they'll walk past and like, hey, you guys want a soda? I'm like, do you have any root beer? They go, yeah. So they'll give us like 4 things of root beer, 4 cans.
Yep. Because they're just carting around to whatever.
Oh yeah.
The thing is, soda doesn't expire, so why would they need to get rid of it?
Well, no, because
they're just legally obligated.
Because we're also they're being nice,
Oh, okay.
Because
so it's not that they're getting rid of it; they're just like, you want some of the extra.
Yeah, they have to call us every once in a while as the AV guys because they're in the room that clients are in.
It always helps to be nice to the people
seriously
you work with.
Yeah, we try to be nice to them so that they actually give us food back.
Right.
So
it's a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah. But it's also just nice to be nice to people.
Yes, I 100%.
Besides this one dickhead.
That's good.
But
that's just kind of why I was like super happy with the GameStop manager. Because it was totally like, it wasn't that I was asking for things. Like I just asked for the like posters and stuff that he was taking down. And then he was like, oh, but you're for a charity thing. And he's like, oh, you're going to Otakon. He went into the back and like gave me some strategy guides that we can give out to people.
Well, that's cool.
Cuphead t-shirt,
So
a bunch of stuff that he didn't have to.
Gotcha. So he was like, he doesn't have the soul ripped out of him yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, he's super nice. I wish I could have offered him more than thanks, but also like I don't control any of the money or anything like that. So I'm just sort of like, you're awesome, and leave.
There's a Guitar Center near where I live that I had a similar experience at, where the people it was like brand new when I first went in there. So the employees didn't have they weren't dead-eyed, Just like, welcome to the Guitar
They
Center.
weren't glassed over yet.
Yeah, they actually had like emotion and were living beings. And
You've
when I went in and bought a bass, I still have that bass. And they were like, you want a few sets of strings? I'm like, yeah, fuck it, why not? Sure. And they just gave me a few sets of strings.
I will admit,
Like effectively
that's one thing I will.
$100.
Oh shit!
Yeah, because
wow.
I mean the strings I use are like $30, and they gave me 3 sets.
I will say the one thing I will never buy online is an actual instrument.
You know what's funny?
You've bought instruments online.
I have. And actually the one I bought.
You did.
So you know in that video that you saw us playing?
Yeah.
That's the bass I bought online. That's a Fender American Professional P bass.
Well, hey. No, I mean if you get it and you love it, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, that was a $1,400 guitar. And it's perfect.
To me, I would be so wary of that purchase just because I'm like, if I get it and it doesn't feel right, like then the hassle of the return with it because it's a larger item. It's probably gonna go freight or whatever. That's why I will never buy anything online. Also, because online you don't get as many used things. You do, but not as many.
Well, you know.
And I mean, like the love of my collection, my '65 Hummingbird was
yeah.
a used guitar, and it sounds amazing. And you would never have found that online.
I technically found something I love online. Now, I found it on,
that's great.
I found it on Craigslist. So
Oh,
I
yeah,
found
yeah.
it online, but I did get to play it before I bought it.
Is this one thing that you told me about? Yes, you did. Now, I know which one it is.
Do you know which one is it?
I don't remember by name, but I remember you telling me about it.
Well,
Because I remember you going to the guy's house and you're all worried about like
oh, that's actually a different thing.
getting stabbed or whatever.
No, that's a different thing, actually.
Oh, that was a different thing.
Yeah, that was a different thing. That was
How many times have you bought shit off of?
only 2 or 3 times.
I
But the first thing I bought was
I was all
actually
worried.
my compressor. That's the first thing I bought. And I was like, I don't want to talk to this guy in person. So I told him, I was like, listen, I have a really weird schedule. I'll pay for shipping. It was only like, we live in the same town. But I was like, listen, man, I'm really sorry. I can't pick it up in person, but I will pay for shipping. He's like, all right, yeah, sure, why not? And so I paid for it, and it works just fine, you know. Then the other thing I bought, one of the other things I bought was a Moore micro sweeper, I think it's called. It's an envelope filter.
No, I'm pretty sure it was the instrument that you told me about with the Craigslist.
Well, this I actually went to the guy's house to check out.
Yeah. I remember you telling me.
Yeah, it's like a $25 pedal. That's what I paid for it.
Oh, okay.
But
then maybe not.
But no. A few months later, I found that Gibson Les Paul.
Ah.
And that, I had the guy come to my place because I had my amp there. He was a cool guy, but that I found for $300. 95 Les Paul Studio.
Oh yeah, you bought that, right?
Yeah, I bought that. Still have it. Love that guitar.
If I ever buy a Les Paul, I know which one I want to get.
What is it?
It is it's a Silver Burst Studio Custom.
Oh, like the Bill Kelleher one?
Yeah, I don't know about that. There's no signature model for him, but it's the one that Adam Jones uses.
Oh, yeah. That's a beautiful guitar.
And the tone.
I'm looking at a...
However, because it is a custom model, it is also way more expensive.
Oh, absolutely.
It goes from being like 1,000 to 2,000. So.
I want a Telecaster right now. That's the thing I'm jonesing for.
I mean, whatever floats your boat.
And actually, there's a website called Warmouth Guitars. They make licensed Fender parts.
I've heard of them.
Yeah, I actually bought a neck from them recently, a Strat neck. And you can go on and customize your guitar pretty much. So I would buy it through them because the one I want. I was looking at this. I want a shell pink Telecaster with chrome hardware and a cream pickguard. And I think that would just look the sexiest. And a roasted maple neck. Oh! So good.
The thing I hate about Fender is that, like, unless you go through a custom shop like that, it's really hard to find anything but the standard white hardware, like white plating and like knobs and stuff.
Not always. They're bringing out some more interesting stuff.
They don't have a lot of the black stuff, which I think personally looks really cool on top of a lot of what they do. They also almost all exclusively use maple necks unless it's a unique variant.
No, wait. Do you mean a maple
or maple fretboard? Sorry.
Not always. No, that's not true at all. They use a lot of rosewood.
They use it a lot.
They offer rosewood. They offer it in both usually.
They don't.
Nowadays they do.
I've never seen them offer. Yeah, maybe it was when I was looking at them like 5 years ago.
Yeah, they had a lot of maple stuff, but
I remember finding it very hard to find anything but the standard, white hardware, white/chrome hardware with fucking maple necks.
You know what's funny? Again, I love maple necks. I much prefer a maple neck over a rosewood neck, and it's purely for feel. Purely for feel.
I feel like I'm just accustomed to it at this point, and that's kind of why I like rosewood, because I've played them way more.
That's fair. I've played maple necks way more. Like the first bass I got was a maple neck. My Stratocaster is a maple neck. My P bass is a maple neck, which that actually came with chrome and a mint pickguard.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's interesting, and not something you see all the time.
They're American professional stuff. Most of them have mint pickguards. It's a good look. I went ahead and took that off and put a tortoiseshell on and put cream pickup covers in it.
I think all of my guitars have rosewood fret. I think every single one.
Rosewood is nice. I just prefer maple.
I don't know. It just feels nice to me.
It's it's all in the player's preference, all in the fingers. Yeah. I like a bit more snap.
Did you just throw that down?
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
You know they make a mess on the floor, right?
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Either way.
You're such a cunt.
Either way. Have you ever played a roasted maple neck? And I don't mean, all maple. I have like a roasted maple neck.
Roasted maple?
Yeah.
I don't think I've even heard of that.
So it's believe it or not, it's maple that's been roasted. They bake it in an oven.
Well, I believe you.
So it's effectively.
So it just naturally like burns a little.
Yeah, it's really nice caramel color, and it's basically aged, artificially aged.
I've probably seen it before, but never knew what it was.
They're on a lot of Music Man guitars right now.
Yeah, are they on the older John Petrucci things?
I don't know. It seems like it's a newer thing, but I really don't know if it actually is. They might have been doing it for a long time, and the industry just was kind of like, "Ooh, roasted maple, that's cool," and it became a thing.
Mm-hmm. What do you feel about ebony?
I've never played an ebony neck or an ebony fretboard. Let me just specify that.
Neither have I. I feel like it's reserved for very, very special cases.
Not always.
I've never seen a standard ebony neck.
Some of the Chapman guitars have ebony necks as standard.
I'm not very familiar with them.
That's okay. You don't have to be. I was considering getting their Telecaster though, because it has a reverse headstock kind of thing going. But if you get a chance, try out a maple neck.
Tell you, I hate the regular Telecaster headstock.
I'm mixed about it. On the one hand, I
hate how fat it looks.
Really? It's fat?
I'll be honest. So you know what I mean. I prefer the look of the Squier headstock.
No, okay, wait a second. There's a few
which
different.
Is a little thinner with the curve, with the little bulb.
Okay, that's the Fender headstock.
No.
Are you talking?
Fender one is fat.
Are you talking about there? Because here's the thing: pre-CBS or CBS? Because there's a difference there.
That I don't.
CBS is bigger, a bigger headstock, referred to as a '70s headstock. It's bigger, and the logo is much bigger and curved looking.
Now I'm gonna look it up right now just so I know which one I'm looking at.
A Fender heads like the pre-CBS headstock is the slightly thinner one. It's a little bit straighter.
I should also say I'm talking about Stratocasters.
Yeah, Not
Not Telecasters. The Telecaster headstock is also weird, but
I think it looks fine.
like, um,
You'll see what I mean.
yeah. Okay. So
Pre-CBS or CBS era?
hold on. Which one is the? I'm looking at pictures, but they don't have them labeled. I see the difference between the two.
The bigger one?
Which one's the bigger one?
Bigger one is CBS.
Uh-huh. Okay, then I like the pre-CBS.
Yeah, I like that one too.
But okay, so the newer ones basically.
Well, okay, so it basically went the pre-CBS as the smaller standard one, the one that's more straight on the bottom there.
Yeah.
Then it became the CBS one, and now they've gone back to the smaller one.
I haven't seen the smaller one in stores, but maybe that's just because they haven't changed out their.
They changed back a long time ago,
as much.
like
Really?
90s.
I've seen the fat ones a lot.
Could be that you just saw them more often. And Fender still uses that
Hold
on
on.
certain guitars.
I don't know. In general, beyond that, I'm also not a fan of the rest of the design.
Really?
I like angular headstocks a little bit more than.
Uh,
It's just weird. It looks like it has a bulbous nose on the front of it.
well, it's supposed to be like a, violin or cello headstock, but from the side.
Like their scroll,
Yeah.
right? But
Which I
the
think
scroll
looks
is
great.
also usually. But scrolls on violins are usually ornate.
Yeah.
This one isn't. It's just there.
Well, it was, it started out as a utility neck, pretty much. That's why it's a bolt-on, not a set neck.
yeah.
So
but
that you, instead of getting
the shape of it.
all your frets redone, just take off the neck and buy a new one.
Yeah. But again, it's just the shape of it.
It's all personal
Not a fan of
preference.
it. I like the Gibson shape. It's very angular, very sleek.
The Gibson shape is one of the prettiest headstocks. It's a shame it's not very functionally good.
What are you talking about?
It just shit goes out of tune with it. Because of that break angle on the D and G strings.
I've never had that happen on my Hummingbird.
Well, that's
My
because that's a
Hummingbird-
quality instrument. That's why.
Yeah, I mean, like if you've got any quality instrument, it's gonna be fine.
No, not always. That's a standard thing with Les Pauls and any Gibsons. You type in Gibson Les Paul and then tuning issues. It usually will pop up as one of the top searches.
I mean, I don't know. I've never had a problem with my Gibson. It works.
My Les Paul always just barely goes out on those two strings. Even when I just hit a big old chord, it's always those two that go out quickly.
Really?
Yep, always.
That's absurd. I mean, I've had my. I'm a bad person because of what I'm about to admit, but I don't like keep my Hummingbird and like humidify it or anything. I just leave it on the stand all the time.
Well, I mean, if it's out of the case, then
like-
that's fine.
Yeah, it never goes out of tune. I've picked it up, after a month or so of not playing it, expecting it to be out of tune, and I'm like, oh, okay, never mind.
Well, again, it's also, what, a 67 or something, you said?
65.
It's been together, that neck and body has been together for so long. That's probably,
They
it's
have,
totally settled
right.
together into its own shape, and so it just doesn't go out of tune.
Right.
Just doesn't get affected
So-
too much.
right, but the idea behind that being that means I should also be able to get a vintage Les Paul, and they should have the same build quality.
Oh yeah, they do. But again, it's a typical thing of Les Pauls either way. Because I'm telling you, man, just the fact that they go bah like that in the middle, just not great.
I don't know.
PRS got it right with that.
I love PRS guitars.
That straight string pull through the nut. Oh my god, it's so perfect.
There is not a thing I don't like about PRS guitars. They are always beautiful. They are always lovely.
The one thing I don't like about them is that I don't have one. Also, sometimes the
I
price.
have one. They are expensive, but they have always sounded nice to me.
Yeah, that's true.
In like any circumstance. Like I feel like I could buy a PRS online and be happy with it, just because I've played one before. Well, I've played multiple before at Guitar Center. They all sort of feel the same.
Okay.
There's not a lot of difference between them. They all just feel solid and nice, and all of them sound nice. Like I feel like they have a lot of consistency with their quality and tone.
It really is the perfect guitar in a lot of ways, even though I've never played one. Because, I mean, just based on specs, it's a 25-inch scale. It's got, you know.
I don't know if it's the perfect guitar. I mean, there's somebody out there doesn't like.
Well, no, I mean like
How-
on paper it's the perfect guitar because Gibson is shorts is, you know, 20 24 and 3/4 scale length. Fender is 25 and a half. People like both, you know. People are either Fender or Gibson. So 25 in the middle.
Some people are both.
No, I'm saying, but usually people have a preference. Typically,
Yeah.
right? You would say?
Yeah, typically there's a lot of camps that are very vehemently like one way or the other.
Right.
Too.
So PRS, boom, 25, right in the middle. Can appreciate anyone could appreciate it for what it is. It's got
I guess I'm a little odd in that I have a lot of strange guitars.
well, no, but like also hear me out. It's got the thin nut like a Fender, so not a lot of or not a lot of friction on the strings. Goes straight through like a Fender, but it's got the tilt back, so all the strings are going back the same way. Instead of like on a Fender, they kind of all go at a different angle. And I mean
I hate
different angle down. It's not like they're fanning out. But then they also got the angle of the headstock right, where it's like 12 degrees or something instead of the 14 of a Les Paul. So the headstock doesn't rest on the floor before the body, so it won't break. It's perfect. It's got the
I'm not of the belief that the actual specs will help you find a good guitar.
no, but
feel
again on
like-
paper though, on paper it's a perfect guitar.
Yeah, but on paper it doesn't mean a lot.
Well, yeah, my uncle bought one, and he hated it because the carved top made him play in a weird way that hurt his hand, or wrist rather.
So yeah, I mean, I think BRSs are cool. I think I'm just weird because I have such strange guitars. I've never owned an actual Gibson or Fender electric guitar.
I own both.
Yeah, so
I own a
I don't-
Strat and a Les Paul. So
I've
you
got
got that weird knockoff Strat.
yeah, I have a knockoff Strat which I have redone completely myself, and it actually plays really.
Which
nice.
besides those shotgun knobs, I think looks so fantastic.
I love the shotgun.
I think it looks
They're
so
just
dumb.
so stupid and great.
It's so dumb looking.
Well, I tried to find brass knobs, and there just weren't a lot of options. And then I saw that, and I'm like, well, it's brass.
Were you looking for brass or gold?
brass?
Okay. I was gonna say Stumac has gold.
Yeah. No, yeah, gold. There's a lot of gold options, and I think gold looks really gaudy. I did have to use gold in a couple of places just because there exists no such thing as a brass. Like, there's no such thing as a brass whammy bar. It just does not exist.
True.
Same thing with the bridge. A brass bridge. As far as I know, in the Fender configuration, there exists no such thing.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of gold.
Yeah. So a couple of things are gold, but for the most part, I went for brass for a lot. Even a brass nut too.
Oh God. Well, that's common, or more common at least.
Yes, it is more common. It was kind of part of like why I wanted it.
Did you get
It sounds
the
really
Ingve one?
No, I got just a generic.
Oh, okay.
I think I just got a generic Fender one.
Oh, okay. that's the
I did
Ingve
replace
one.
it with a lot of Fender pieces. Then it might have been an Ingve. Yeah. I didn't pay attention to a lot of what I was putting on, just mostly for the aesthetic and making sure that it all fit.
I had that same conundrum when I was getting the new neck. I had to buy new tuners as well. Because unfortunately the tuners I had are dumb and they don't actually fit the tuning routes or hole that it said that they should have.
Oh,
So that's
you
good.
should have just piloted through a little bit.
Nah, I didn't want to
Or
do
were
that.
they too small?
I don't. They were too small.
Oh.
I know you can
Oh.
get bushings that fit, but it's like I might as well just get new tuners and save those.
So I've got that guitar,
Well,
the knockoff Strat.
yeah. What else you got?
I've got the Gibson Hummingbird, but that was the last guitar I
Which
bought.
that's a beautiful guitar, and
It's amazing,
should never be
and
touched.
I love it. I play it all the time. And then I've got a Yamaha
Oh, the bass.
the RBX and its cousin, the RGX. I have the guitar version of it
Is
too.
that active?
No,
electronics?
they're passive. But
But it's got the LEDs.
no, they're passive electronics. It does have the LEDs. It's all there's a 9-volt in there just for LEDs.
That's fucking absurd.
And Everybody always asks me if they're active just because of that, and I'm like, nope.
I was.
Stop tracking blood everywhere.
Listen, I had to.
No, you don't.
Fuck you.
No.
Continue with your story.
But yeah, they're all passive. Everybody always asks, but I don't know. I think they're kind of fun. They're not functional in any way. It's just LEDs, but it's kind of fun.
Fair enough.
Though I have seen because they're already in there, what a lot of people have done have put in active pickups and use the 9-volt like compartment.
Oh,
that's already
that
there.
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, like you can easily retrofit it because they already have one.
You should do that.
So I've thought about it. Put in like EMGs or something.
No, get the Aguilar OBP2 preamp.
Actually, I'm really happy with how Lace sounds. If anything, I would get another Lace pickup.
Oh yeah, you have those in that Strat, right?
I have them in the Strat, and they're fucking amazing.
Those are passive, right? Those.
Yes, they're passive, but they are the clearest fucking single coils I've ever heard.
I'm a Lawler guy personally, but
oh my god, no, I mean like the tone from them is astounding, and also they're versatile enough that the same pickup in those 3 places, it sounds completely different on positioning.
that makes sense.
Like some pickups don't have enough variation in them that they'll sound almost the same no matter where you put them. These, nope, they are completely different in every spot. It sounds like a different guitar in every switch.
Have you considered putting Lace pickups into one of the other guitars?
I've considered putting them into the Yamahas just because I like them there, but I kind of want to hear what a Lace humbucker sounds like.
Yeah. What kind of configuration is the bass?
The bass is 3 single coil.
3 single coil.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
3 single coils.
interesting, huh?
Oh, sorry. No. Sorry.
2 single coils.
3? 2? I can't see on my wall because it's really dark in my room. I think it's just 2. Never
Well,
mind.
you know what? I'm gonna look it up. What's the model?
I think it's just 2. Yamaha RBX.
Yamaha
A2.
RBX.
I may be thinking of the 5-string. Maybe? Because I think the 5-string has an extra tone knob.
A2, you said?
Yes.
They got. Ooh.
2?
Let's see.
I think it's 2.
No, god damn it, where's the.
It's 2.
It's 2 humbuckers.
It's not 2 humbuckers.
What I'm looking at is. Oh, because
Are
it's
you looking at the
it gave me
guitar?
the fucking RBX like TO3 or
The
whatever.
guitar.
Oh, here we go.
The guitar has 2 humbuckers. The bass has 2 single.
Yep, it's 2 single coils. Looking at one.
Yeah. So I think the 5-string version, which is super fucking rare, apparently, might have 3. Is that what I'm thinking?
No, that one had 2 also.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, 2 single coil on there, 2 humbuckers on the guitar.
Oh,
They
interesting.
sound good, but
Is that
I
like
don't
a
know.
super strat style guitar?
no.
Was it RGX?
Yeah, RGX.
RGX.
A2. Same line.
No, that's a super strat. Effectively, it is.
Not really.
Yeah, it is.
Not really.
Dual cutaway. Top horn is higher. That's a super strat.
I don't know. It's got the dual headstock, which actually is almost a lot like a PRS headstock. And it doesn't feel like a Strat. At
Man, I
all.
tell you, I hate PRS. They're awful. I'm joking.
But yeah, no, it doesn't feel like a Strat at all. I think the scale is completely different too.
Was it like a 24?
It honestly it feels small. So I feel like it's almost like a Gibson scale.
It could be just a straight up short scale.
It could be. It definitely feels small. It feels more akin to the Gibson Hummingbird than the fake Strat.
Oh, okay. Huh.
So
Well, hey, next time we'll continue this.
Oh my god, it's an
we'll
hour.
continue this conversation on guitars
Yeah. Why did you fucking close the door? You
because
bitch?
shit was falling out.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Poor.
All right, bye.
Bye.
So, like, are we done?
Yeah. Should we go for another?
Fuck it, why not?